Okay, this is part 3 of 3 of making a fermentation chamber chiller. We are going to take a PC fan and a mini fridge and connect it to these foam panels in a box, and we will have a place to keep our beer fermentation temperature constant.
Okay, last night I used a Dremel and I cut that square in the side of this mini fridge, and I cut these other holes for the other outflow or inflow or whatever it turns out to be. So I turned the thing over. I'm not sure why I wanted the one thing to be a floor, but I decided I'd turn it over and I'd turn this over, and then I'd connect the two right here on the floor. We'll see how that works. Well, it looks like a plan B is called for, because I can't set that directly on the floor because the holes are too high on the refrigerator compared to the panel on the top. So basically going to have to raise the refrigerator up on something. These carriage bolts came out of a swing set and that I built for my daughter a long time ago, and since I've taken apart. And I think this might barely just go through there. I got longer ones, but I'd like to keep them short if I could. Okay, this is the PC fan that I got out of a PC at the junkyard, and I just by trial and error experimented and figured out, it says right on it 12 volt DC, so I just dug around in my power supplies and I found that this one supplied 12 volts DC, and so I basically just have it hooked straight up to this power supply, but in the middle of this wire I've got this this right here to sort of interrupt the flow of the normal 12 volts in this thermostat, which I have upside down. And just by trial and error, I figured that hooking it onto the green and the red cause it to come on and go off when this calls for cooling. And see if you see that little thing move right there. So I think this is going to work. I plugged it in and it does either turn the fan on or not, so I think it's going to work. Okay, I got the power supply plugged in, and that wire runs just in through a crack here. You can see that. There's it. There. Just runs in through a crack and then comes out, and it's actually splitting inside that crack, and it's one part of it's going down to the fan right there, and the other part is going up here to the thermostat. Everything's upside down still, and I got some extra wire there so the thermostat can be moved up or down, and so when it calls for cooling, the fan comes on. I can feel that out here. So it's a little fan, but it blows pretty good. Yeah, so tonight I made this little wooden stand that the refrigerator is going to stand on, the outrigging part of the refrigerator. And I didn't have the camera out much because most of the night my hands were covered with caulk. See, I caulked it's standing up right now for a change. It's standing up in its normal position. There's the thermostat and fans up the top. And so yeah, I caulked some of the inside and outside tonight and built that little stand. So not much sense, but I figured I'd take a little shot here. Yeah, and wouldn't you just know it, the screw hole for my hinge goes right right where I cut that line. Damn it. Couldn't push that hard. Took a long time. Alright, this is what I had in mind for the seal the door. I didn't actually buy this. This is like my neighbor was throwing a lot of stuff away and he had it, so I threw it in my crawl space. It's a little moldy, but I think it probably will do a good job of sealing up the door. Also put on that, that's the garage ceiling stuff. So put that on all sides there. I got this shelf laying around, and our cabinet's 13 inches, so I figure if I cut it right about, here, that'll be enough to give us a little bit of play so we can actually get the dang thing in there. Hopefully won't bind if we cut it right here. I don't want to make it, if I cut it too small, then it would be far from the edge, and the brackets that I'm planning on putting on the side of the cabinet wouldn't pick up on the little wire things. So yeah, it's not going to be highly sophisticated, but I think it probably will work. Okay, there's the shelf. Put these brackets in there like this, and actually if you could actually loosen that screw and flip it over and move the shelf down about 6 or 8 inches. I actually was thinking about moving the thermostat, but I just decided I'd put the bracket sort of behind it. Anyway, that's that. And one more thing. Guess how many screws I used to build this? That box started out to be with 100. There's 3 left. 97 screws.
I took this box that I made, the whole unit, and assembled it at a friend's house. I didn't make it for myself, so unfortunately I don't have a picture of like the final product in operation. But if you liked this series and you want me to post sort of a follow-up with the unit in action with some carboys inside, just make a comment on this video, and I'll go over there and take a couple of shots and raise a beer.